Blisters are a pain that anyone that has ever worn a tight-fitted shoe has experienced. Why do we get blisters anyway? How do we avoid them? And most importantly, how do we make them go away? Ow. Hey guys, my name is Bahar and I'm excited about sharing my knowledge and personal experiences about skincare with you. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you too can join our community. Blisters can form because of multiple reasons. It can be because of damage to the skin layers, or it can even be because of diseases. Blisters are bubbles that form between our skin layers, underneath the epidermis to be exact. The fluid inside of those bubbles can be clear, or it can actually be blood based on the damage that causes blisters in the first place. Now, if that fluid gets infected, it can turn into a milky white pus. We normally see blisters on our hands and our feet, but to be honest, blisters can form on any part of our body. First type of blisters is the ones that the fluid is actually blood. This happens when the skin gets pinched and our skin layers get damaged alongside with a few blood vessels. Next ones are blisters caused by friction. These happens when there is too much friction against a part of your skin. You normally see them when you wear too tight shoes or shoes that aren't that comfortable, or even on your hands when you hold objects too tightly, for example, a shovel. And lastly are blisters that are a result of heat damage. These blisters can happen after you get burned by any heat producing products, or even when you get a sunburn. They can also come to when you get warm after a frostbite. These blisters are a result of a second-degree burn. Blisters don't typically need to be seen by a doctor. They go away by themselves unless your blisters are a result of heat damage or even a frostbite, because the doctors need to, well, resolve the underlying issue, aka your burns. Or if you see any symptoms that your blisters are actually infected. Those symptoms can be, for example, if you have any white, yellow, or even green discharge, if the area around your blister is painful, hot, or even if you see red streaks around your blisters. When it comes to healing your blisters, they typically go away in a few days, but if you want to make them go away faster or make them more comfortable, there are a few things that you can do. First thing to keep in mind, do not pick at them or pop them. Getting rid of the skin on top of your blisters can actually cause deeper damage to the deeper layers of your skin, and you can put them at risk of infection. Instead, you can actually clean them with mild soap, put an ointment on them, especially an antibacterial cream, and you can cover them with a bandage or a gauze, but make sure to change that bandage at least once a day. When it comes to avoiding blisters, I think we all know what we should do, but just to make sure, we will go over them one time. When it comes to blisters that are a result of friction, make sure to wear comfortable shoes, or if you have any new ones, make sure to break into them before wearing them for long periods of time. If you are planning on doing any manual labor, do wear gloves, and lastly, do not wear any tight-fitted clothes to avoid any blisters on other parts of your body. When it comes to blood blisters, there's actually not much that you can do. Just be a little bit more careful while dealing with products that can actually pinch your skin. And lastly, when it comes to blisters that are a result of burns, make sure to use sunscreen every single day and reapply it every 2 to 3 hours to avoid any sunburns, and be a little bit more cautious when you are dealing with any products that produce heat, like hair straighteners. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video.